Okay.
Suratul Kawthar. The surah of the Kawthar. Kawthar have two meaning that translations have make the meaning. One is the Kawthar is the water fount of the Prophet ﷺ, that the Ummah, the nation of the Prophet ﷺ, day of judgment will be thirsty. The day the sun will be close to our heads as 1 mile away. Your brain will be boiling, you can hear it. And you need the water. It's no other water. No water in the ground. That will be only water. People of his Ummah, those who have making an ablution, he will recognize them by the part they was for ablution, the body part that always was, they'll be bright. Those parts will be bright and your foot. So he will call them to come and drink. And you drink that water, you will never get thirsty again. So that is a Kawthar. Something Kawthar is a bounty of Allah that Allah promised to give to the Prophet ﷺ. No other creation ever had that bounty from Allah. It's a blessing of Allah, something that He gives. It's a gift, great gift than any greater thing in this life and hereafter, beside the Jannah, because it's part of the Jannah. So Allah grant him on that. Due to when his son Ibrahim was passed away. That was the last boy he had. He had 3 boys and 4 girls, together 7 kids. Fatima, Zainab, Ruqiyya, Kulthum. They are the girls. The boys, Ibrahim, Abdullah, Qasim and Abdullah and Ibrahim. Qasim, Abdullah, Ibrahim. Those 3 also are the boys. They all die young age. And the 4 girls, Fatima, Zainab, Ruqiyya, Kulthum, and Qasim and Abdullah, they are from Khadija bint Quwwilid, the first wife of the Prophet ﷺ. Those 6 kids are from Khadija. 3 boys and 4 girls. 2 boys and 4 girls. The last child, that is Ibrahim, that is from Maria al-Qubati. Maria is the slave woman that the king of Egypt gave it to the Prophet ﷺ as a gift. As the movie they call Messenger. In the beginning of the Messenger, you see a man with the horse, they run in the horse and go into the place, they have a letter. That's the time the Prophet ﷺ wrote the letter about the Islam to give it to one of each Sahaba. You go to Rome, you go to Faris, you go to Iraq, you go to Egypt, you go to Sam. People go every angle, Ethiopia, to every king, because it's no presidency at that time. Everywhere is a kingdom. Go to the king and give this to him, that I'm a messenger of Allah. I'm converting them to the Islam, inviting them to the Islam, to tell them peaceful of the deen in that letter, give them advice what they're supposed to believe. Some of them, they will kill the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the one that he sent to them to deliver the letter to them. It's no post office. You have to take it to somebody, hand to hand. So when they get there and give the letter to the king open it and read it, they don't like what he said, they will kill this Sahaba. That happen a lot. Some of them, they don't kill, they beat them and let them go. Some, they don't beat them, they don't kill, they will say, go and tell him we disbelieve with what he come with. We will not accept it. Those are the nice ones. But the best one is the king of Egypt. When he read the letter of the Prophet ﷺ from the Sahaba that come and give it to him, he was happy with it. He liked it. He said, everything in this letter is all useful. It's all good. And I kind of believe it, but I cannot take this religion due to my position. He's a king. He don't want to let that kingdom go, because being the king and become Muslim, you have to let everything go and follow the Islam. Islam life don't match with the kings. That's why you can see the presidents, Muslim country, even Saudi king, he cannot be a good Muslim as every other Muslim in Saudi. So the king always have a dunya in their heart. They have Allah in their hands. So When it comes to dunya, they're loving it. When it come about Allah, they will drop that quickly and grab the dunya. That's how the kingdom will go. So this man said, I cannot be Muslim, but I do trust everything he says is right. So since I didn't believe, I will give him a gift. That gift was Mariatul Kubati, was slave woman for the king. And he gives slave, that time slave man is slave woman, you can give it to somebody like you giving gifts to the person. Or you sell it. If you broke, you don't have no money, you sell one of your slave, lady or male to somebody, you negotiate in the price, you agreed, he give you the money, he took the slave. He also could sell it to somebody. So this king tell the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, take this girl to your prophet. When you go, you tell him that I cannot become Muslim. I do like everything he said, but I cannot do it due to my position. So since I don't believe into religion, I didn't participate, I'm willing to give him a gift. So give this girl to him as a slave. That girl was Mariatul Qubati. That is Mariatul Qubati, who was working for him, cleaning the clothes, working even for his wives, doing everything they need as a slave woman or bindan doing without salary because he's a slave. So the Prophet ﷺ ended up marrying her to include her to his wives. So he had one kid with that woman, that called Ibrahim, he's a boy. That was the last one who was living. And the Quraysh, the Kufar of Quraysh was saying, oh, if Muhammad died and only one boy he had, maybe that boy will take over his position. So eventually that boy died, 2 years old, some say 2 and few months, 2 years and few months, and Ibrahim passed away. That was his last son, alayhi salatu wasalam. So the Quraysh people said, Abu Jahl said, oh, Muhammad, his back is cut off. Back cut off means when you die, you don't have nothing to resist behind you. So we can't see any descendants that follow your footsteps because the girls cannot be as a man. They cannot take your spot. But if it would be boy, that could take your spot. Now, he don't even have a child. His tribe, his seeds, he's a seedless. Meaning he don't have nothing that grow after him. And this makes him sad. And Allah revealed this ayah to him and said, Inna a'tainaka al-Kawthar. Indeed, we have give you the gift of Kawthar. If it's a water fount, Kawthar. If it's a actual gift, that it's a special gift Allah gave to the Prophet, no one else have that type of gift beside him. That is a Kawthar for 2 commentaries. For Salli, since I give you that, that is better than Ibrahim and all the kids. They're in Jannah already. And you're going to be having the Kawthar. Since I give you the Kawthar for Salli, then pray li Rabbik, for your Lord only. You don't pray for no reason but to please your Lord. Pray for your Lord. Pray only to your Lord. So if you pray to anything other than Allah, you commit shirk. You become polytheist. One har. Nahar is to kill the camels. In order to kill the camel, they cut this back muscle of the leg. That's what kills camel. You don't slaughter them like animal, the rest of the animal. So nahar is to cut this part, they punch this area to cut the 2 back muscle. That's how you kill camel and say Bismillah when you're doing that. One har and slaughter or sacrifice for your Lord only. So that's why it's haram to sacrifice for any other cause. You go to some setting, some witch, they tell you to kill chicken, kill red chicken, black chicken, white lamb, or black lamb, or mixed color, black and white chicken or lamb or goats, all type of stuff they tell you to slaughter. Maybe somebody sick in your family or yourself sick, they want you to kill that to draw blood for the jinn, you commit shirk, you become same as Abu Jahl and Nadr bin Harith and Abu Walid bin Mughir. No different. Like Firaun. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ, pray for your Lord only, one heart and slaughter or sacrifice only for your Lord. Inna shani'aka, indeed your enemy, shani'aka, your enemy, the one that said you are seedless now, your back is cut off, you don't have no tribe that will take care of your spot if you're not here. Inna shani'aka. Allah said, indeed your enemy, huwa al-abtar, he is the one that his tail is off, he's cut off. And Yawm al-Badr, the fight of Badr, his kids was all 3 or 4 of them was killed, including himself. So Allah said, Inna shani'aka, indeed your enemy, the one that tell you these words, your kid die, you don't have no behind, huwa al-abtar, he's the one that don't have behind, he's the loser, no one imitate to him. When you mention the Prophet, you say sallallahu alayhi wasallam, you mention those kuffar names, you have to curse against them, lanatullahi alayhim. So they don't have no behind. That's the end of the translation.